All right, so this is taking us back just to multiplying what we call perfect squares when it's a binomial times itself. So x plus 1 squared is the same thing as saying the quantity x plus 1 times the quantity x plus 1. It's just saying take it times itself. I still like the box. I think the box just keeps things nice and neat. So x times x gives us x squared. X times 1 is 1x. 1 times x is 1x. 1 times 1 is 1. So x squared plus 1x plus 1x plus 1 gives me x squared plus 2x plus 1. And if you recall, these are what we refer to as perfect square trinomials. Perfect square trinomials. So the quantity 3n plus 1 squared, 3n plus 1 times 3n plus 1 and multiplying is always good practice to think about how the squares get filled in for our factoring that we've been working on. And based on, again, how the midterm went, factoring is still going to be part of the homework. It's going to get brought up in different areas. We need to keep practicing that skill. So 3n times 3n is 9n squared. 3n times 1 is 3n. 1 times 3n is 3n. 1 times 1 is 1. So 9n squared plus 3n plus 3n plus 1 gives me 9n squared plus 6n plus 1. So you notice each time I multiply these, I am getting a trinomial as the answer. And this is actually an important skill for what we're going to be doing today. As today we're going to be looking at going from vertex form to standard form. Number 3, the quantity 5n plus 8 squared. So that's 5n plus 8 times 5n plus 8. So 5n times 5n gives me 25n squared. 5n times 8 gives me 40n. 8 times 5n gives me 40n. 8 times 8 gives me 64. So now we need to combine our like terms. 25n squared plus 40n plus 40n plus 64. So 25n squared plus 80n plus 64. So again, just reviewing the skill of multiplying a perfect square trinomial. All right, so vertex form to standard form. Remember, vertex form is our y equals a times x minus h quantity squared plus k. And our standard form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So really, to go from vertex form to standard form is to actually multiply out that quantity, that x minus h. So we're going to have to multiply out this quantity and then we're going to have to combine like terms. So that's going to be step 1. Step 2 is going to be combine like terms. For anything that is left. So really it's just multiplying out and simplifying is how we go from vertex form to standard form. We will learn in a few weeks how to go from standard form to vertex form. That'll be part of, we're going to start learning in the next couple days the steps, and then in a few weeks we'll put it all together and be able to go from standard form to vertex form, which, as we know, vertex form is much easier for us to get some basic information about our quadratic. So when I look at this first one, y equals negative 2 times the quantity x minus 1 squared plus 3. So it's this quantity here, this x minus 1 squared. That's the first thing we need to do, is the quantity x minus 1 squared, and find out what that equals. So if I put my box together, x minus 1, x minus 1. Actually, I like the negative down there with the 1, so I remember to complete it. X times x is x squared. X times negative 1 is negative 1x. Negative 1x times x is negative 1x. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. So I get x squared minus 1x plus 1 is x squared minus 2x plus 1. So that value is going to take the place of that parentheses. So when I go to rewrite that, I have y equals negative 2 times the quantity x squared minus 2x plus 1, and then plus 3 at the end. So now I have to distribute that negative 2 that's out front to the 3 terms inside my parentheses. So y equals negative 2 times x squared. And again, I'm only writing out this part for those that may need this. If you can distribute without writing out this part, that's fine. Plus negative 2 times negative 2x plus negative 2 times 1. And then we have that plus 3 at the end. So y equals negative 2x squared. Negative 2 times negative 2x is plus 4x. Negative 2 times 1 is minus 2 plus 3. And then we need to combine our like terms here. We got to make sure we combine the negative 2 and the 3. Neither of them has a variable, which makes them like terms. So we get y equals negative 2x squared plus 4x plus 1. That would be the standard form of that vertex form. So again, the first part is we have to multiply out that parentheses, and then we have to simplify what's left. So here, the next one, I have the quantity x minus 2 squared. So that's what I need to figure out first, is what does that equal? Again, x times x gives me x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. So x squared minus 2x minus 2x plus 4 is x squared minus 4x plus 4. And then that's the value again. That is what represents that parentheses there. So now I have y equals x squared minus 4x plus 4 minus 4. Now on this one, there's a 1 outside, so really distributing just takes care of the parentheses. So on this one, I would just have y equals x squared minus 4x plus 4 minus 4. And again, making sure I combine. This time, plus 4 and minus 4 give me y equals x squared minus 4x plus 0, which we wouldn't write in our final answer. This would be y equals x squared minus 4x. All right, so let's look at a couple more together here. Number 6, y equals 2 times the quantity x minus 3 squared minus 4. So again, the first thing will be to take care of multiplying out that quantity. So what does the quantity x minus 3 squared equal? So if I do my box, x minus 3, x minus 3, x times x is x squared, x times negative 3 is negative 3x, negative 3 times x is negative 3x, negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. So this is x squared minus 3x plus 9, which gives us x squared minus 6x plus 9. that value is now replacing what we had in the parentheses there. They're the same thing. One's just multiplied out so that we can get to that standard form. So y equals 2 times the quantity x squared minus 6x plus 9 minus 4. And again, since a is greater than 1 this time, we have to distribute that value out. So 2 times x squared plus 2 times negative 6x plus 2 times 9 minus 4. So 2x squared minus 12x plus 18 minus 4. Again, there's where we need to combine. We have like terms there at the end. So y equals 2x squared minus 12x plus 14. All right, number 7, y equals negative 1 times the quantity x plus 1 squared plus 2. So again, we're going to start with this x plus 1 squared. What does that equal? So we set up our box. X times x is x squared. X times 1 is 1x. 1 times x is 1x. 1 times 1 is 1. So x squared plus 1x plus 1x plus 1 equals x squared plus 2x plus 1. So again, that means the same thing as what we had up in that parentheses. So y equals negative times the quantity x squared plus 2x plus 1 and then plus 2. You have to be cautious here. That negative outside the parentheses, that's like saying we have a negative 1 out here. So we do have to make sure and distribute that through to each term in the parentheses. So y equals negative 1 times x squared plus negative 1 times 2x plus negative 1 times 1 and then plus 2. So y equals negative 1x squared minus 2x minus 1 plus 2. Again, we have those like terms at the end. Y equals negative 1x squared minus 2x plus 1. And really, we wouldn't write the negative 1 in front of the x squared. We would just write the negative. So y equals negative x squared minus 2x plus 1. I'm going to pause for a few minutes while you complete 8 and 9, and then we will check our work. And I'll leave mine up here for you to look at. All right, so who would like to share the answer that they got for number 8? Miguel? So y equals negative 2x squared plus 16x minus 30 is correct. And who would like to share their answer for number 9? Sebastian. Y equals x squared plus 6x plus 5 is correct.